Good morning, vinyl community. It's Mazzy here, and it's Sunday morning. This is gonna be Whack-A-Mole number 5. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. It's been great. And I know I've been posting a lot of videos lately. I think I got called out, not in a bad way, but Vinyl Richie, I think it was talking about some things that I was posting and said I'm going. Sometimes vinyl community members will post a lot then disappear, and I did actually post a handful about a year ago, 10 months ago or something, and then I kind of disappeared. I worked for myself, so I kind of went on the road, and just life happened, and I still collect records but don't doing the videos. But you're right, in the last 3-4 weeks have been like 18 videos. But think of me as like your Netflix. You can binge watch or not. You can pick one thing or not. Part of the reason I do a little more theme videos rather than just showing new things I bought, although I may do that down the line, is that if you're into Randy Newman, you can just watch the Randy Newman video. If you want to hear about the Lemon Twigs, or if you want to hear about the Apple Records catalog, or lounge music, or Summer of Love San Francisco, you can watch that. And if you enjoy it, watch more. If not, that's fine too. There's so much on, from all these people that I've been watching that are great. You like this, you don't like this, but you love this. Sometimes you like one of a certain VC member, and then maybe two or three, don't tickle your fancy. But that's what's great about it. It's like going to a record store. You don't need to enjoy it all. Anyway, Whack-A-Mole number 5. It's Sunday morning. I usually put on maybe some jazz or folky or Ravi Shankar, sitar, something kind of that Sunday morning vibe, especially after I lost an hour of sleep because daylight savings time began last night. So I'm just going to pick 5 albums here, and the luck of the draw, good or bad or ugly, I'll listen to those. I really will. Anyway, what I do is I grab a record, I talk about it. 5, totally random. You can watch the other ones if you want, or not. God, Elton John again. That's actually one of the better Elton John records. Tumbleweed Connection. Great record. I mean, talk about, the British guy kind of singing about the American West and Americana at the time. Great Bernie Taupin lyrics, right? What a fine record. And it's amazing how in that period, these artists in the 70s, even like the Beatles in the 60s, would just change what they're doing by each album. They didn't just stick in doing the same thing over and over and over again like some bands and some artists at the time. But I love that, especially when I was growing up. That was a big period in my life, the 70s. Okay. Yep. We're going to classics this morning, it looks like. Moody Blue, Elvis Costello. I'm sorry. Whoops. Elvis Presley, right? The king. This is a copy I got when I worked in record stores in the 70s. I think it's a blue vinyl one, which they weren't doing a lot of vinyl then at the time, colored vinyl. It wasn't a big thing like it is today with all these vinyl and splatter things. Unchained Melody. Good record. Okay record. What to say about it? Elvis Presley, what can you say, right? Okay. My Meat Puppets record. Bought this one in 70. Ooh, when did it come out? 85, sorry. Bought this in 85. My original copy, pristine still. I love this record. I might do a video at some point on post-punk, because for me, I know I've been watching a handful of punk videos that you guys have been posting, and I actually went to a show in Seattle the other night. A band from 2000, a punk band, kind of reunited, called The Briefs. Really wild. I felt like I was in a time warp in a way with the audience there up in here in Seattle. I've only been here about 5 years, but I realized I went to see a lot of punk bands during the day in mostly San Francisco, going to the Mabuhay Gardens, the Def Club, got a handful of other things. I went down to LA a few times to see Madame Wong's. And I love seeing punk live, but I realized I didn't buy a ton of punk records. I mean, Sex Pistols, Clash, X, but I didn't buy, albums by Crime or Fear or those. I liked them live, but didn't want to play them at home. However, I got into a lot of the sort of the post-punk period, and I hate to say new wave, but post-punk. Bands like the Meat Puppets, Young Marble Giants, which is a favorite of mine, the Au Pairs, things like that. And maybe I'll do a video at some point on post-punk stuff, because I love that stuff. Not that I don't like punk, but I just don't play it at home, So I didn't really buy it. I bought a few singles back in the day. Two more. Okay, this is a good one. This is Calexico. This is a live Calexico album. And, God, I love Calexico. You should, I'm sure you know Calexico. If, those of you who don't, they're out of the Southwest. They do a form of sort of Mexicali, country, spaghetti western music. I have all the records. I have all them on CD. I have about probably 5 on LP. This is a beautiful cover, right? Live album. A lot of times they'll use horns, like Mexican horns. Very cinematic. I know cliche to use that word, but Calexico, an all-time favorite. I've seen them probably 4 times live, 3, 4 times live, but well worth seeing. In fact, you should search out a video. I think they did live in Berlin, and it's probably about 15 years ago, maybe a little longer. Search out that video. It's probably on YouTube. Calexico. And lastly, that's actually a really good morning record too. We'll go under. Bang a gong, get it on. This is the reissue, I believe. Yeah, I have an original reprise, and this is, wow, look at that shiny, glossy cover. What a beautiful package. Is this a Rhino? Probably, You all know this record. Anyway, great morning stuff. So that's Mazzy's Sunday morning whack-a-mole number 5, I believe, right? Take care. Mazzy out. Bye.